something that I just thought that I would tell you guys about after I put up the getting ready to take your reborn baby out in public video was one of the steps that I suggested at the start was to get used to being out of your room, around your family, around your roommates, whoever they may be. And that was a little bit of an insight was, what do people's families think? So I was going to tell you about my family. So when I got my very first reborn, it wasn't even a real reborn. It was the original reborns. So a baby doll, child's doll that had been stripped back and painted a little bit. Someone had rooted her hair pretty thick, or it may have come like that. And I actually myself added a dummy, like a magnet and a dummy for it because I really wanted one. And I started just playing, dressing her, all that stuff in my room, and that was where she stayed. Then a friend, the nicest thing, sent me a reborn. She made one and she sent it to me, and it was so nice of her, and I had both of them. I dressed them all the time, little matching outfits, two little girls, but I decided that she was just a little bit too small for me and I couldn't bond with her. I gave her away to somebody else because it was given to me, so I passed her on. And I'm still very thankful to my friend. I really appreciate that. I kept her for a long time, but I eventually found Alora and I just thought that that was awesome. So I went over and I saw her and I decided to pick her up. I already had 1 or 2 real care babies by this stage, so I was like, okay, I need a reborn. Told my mum, and the very first outing was to go and show my mum. I took the doll to work to see my mum and got all those reactions, and everyone was asking how old she was, and I was like, well, technically she's a day old because I just got her yesterday, and I wasn't lying. So that video is also in my other videos where I take Alora out for the very first time. Back to what my family thinks. My mum, she doesn't mind them. She doesn't really want to hold them. She has held them, but she doesn't really care. She looks at them and thinks, oh yeah, kind of thing. She brings me things home occasionally, say like little pants and stuff, and I always ask her why she chose that particular item, and she always says, oh, because it was small or whatever. She brings home little clothes that she likes, so like you'll see. And one day I have these multi-rainbow coloured overalls and like little hippie pants, and I'm like, yep, mum obviously liked those, and that's why she brought them home. She also brings home other things like anything Hungry Caterpillar, stuff like that. She's got her eyes peeled for me, so I really appreciate that. But she doesn't want to come and hold and dress them and stuff like that. She just goes, yep, how cute. My dad isn't a huge fan. I've never asked him to hold them. He never comes in and asks what the babies are doing, except if I have real care babies and I'm working on them to fix them. He asked, whose arms are you tearing off today, or whose head do you have off today, or stuff like that. And he often jokes and says, oh, I love all of my grandchildren. I can stick a key in their back and they stop crying. So that's relating to the real care babies that I have. That's a pretty funny thing, I think. So yeah, these are the dolls that my dad always says, oh, I can just stick a key in its back and it stops crying. And my dad has also looked at a few things on the babies and said, oh, you could do this, you could do that with them. So that was my dad's reaction. He doesn't really care that I take them out, but he doesn't want to be a part of it, or he doesn't want to also be seen with me with babies out. But at home, I don't think he cares. My brother, yeah, so he has also been very helpful, especially when I've gotten the babies, the real care babies that I need to have fixed. So he's helped me source items that I've needed for them. He's come and listened to what I'm trying to do with them, and he helps me with that stuff. But yeah, to these ones, I think these are dolls to him, but the reborn babies to him, he says that they look like dead babies and they scare him a little bit. So that's his opinion and he doesn't care what I do with them, but yeah. Well, so we'll go further on to the rest of my family. I have an auntie that collects reborn baby dolls. She has a beautiful old antique cot. She bought them a few years ago when there wasn't such a community for them, and she puts them in beautiful outfits and she leaves them in their cots. She doesn't change them, she doesn't play with them. I don't know, maybe when she first got them she did, but right now they're just a display item. So she also collects bears and stuff, so she has a bear cabinet and then she has all of the dolls in the cot and that's where they stay. So I kind of showed her my dolls at Christmas time and she was just like, oh look how cute, and I had a cuddle and that was it. My nan on that side of the family, this is my mum's side, is not a fan. She thinks they're really weird. She thinks that my babies and my auntie's babies are weird. So there's that. And if we swap to the other side of my family, I have my nan. And I actually have a reaction video of my nan. I took one of the babies to see her and she held it and she thought it was awesome. And just the other day I took Allura down because that's all I had at the time. And then the other day I took Arlo down and she just cuddled him for ages, like literally half an hour. She just sat with him and cuddled him and it was so cute. And I was like, Nan, if you want to put him down you can. Like, you don't have to hold him, we can put him down. And she's like, oh no, it's okay. And then I think after about half an hour he started getting too heavy for her, so she did put him down. But it was very nice to see. And on that side of the family, my cousin's child also has a reborn baby. So she's not a proper one. I actually think she might be like one of the Chinese ones kind of thing. But also she's about 7. So she's quite young to have a proper reborn baby that's really heavy and weighted and stuff. So I think for now that's a good option for children because they're quite expensive for reborn babies, and if your child's going to ruin it, that's not fair on you. But that's my family and the dolls that I have, and like I said, there are actually 2 other family members that have reborns as well, or reborn like baby dolls. My nan also, actually the one that held Arlo, collects the baby dolls, Barbie dolls, all of those like old China dolls and stuff. She has a big collection of those as well. So I think that adds on to her like an Arlo, I guess. An array of reactions. Yeah, so it's all different. There are some people I wouldn't show, so I have some friends that I wouldn't completely show, and you just need to be careful of who you tell about the dolls. Maybe just mention it to them. Oh, I saw on the internet the other day these dolls that people have that they look really realistic, blah blah blah. Just chuck it into conversation, see what their reaction is, see what their response is, and then go from there. Okay, I think that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that it gives you a little bit of help to either tell your family about it or just gives you some information for different reaction.